Hello, dear students. Hope you are fine during this holidays that you got due to this spread of this COVID pandemic. But I would like to introduce some topics of English literature to you during this vacation so that you could go through them through internet or Google them and gain some more knowledge about them. And when you come to the college in the third semester, you could have more comprehensive knowledge of all the topics that are going to be in your syllabus. See, in the first semester and the second semester, we have completed the Old English period, Middle English period, and the Modern English period. And in the second semester, we have completed the Renaissance period and the Age of Shakespeare. Before coming to the syllabus in the third semester, I would like to give you a small task. I instruct all of you to write at least 25 lines in your notebooks as a assignment on the Age of Shakespeare. See, you have to go through Google and also to the history of English literature and write at least 25 lines on the Age of Shakespeare. When you come to the college, you have to show that to me. Now, after the Age of Shakespeare, we have also studied the Age of Milton in the second semester only. In the third semester, we are having the Restoration Age and Augustan period. Restoration Age or Restoration period in the English literature means the period from which Charles II became the King of England. After Charles I was killed in 1649, from 1649 to 1660, Oliver Cromwell or the Great Commonwealth, which was called, ruled the English country. And after that, the Commonwealth failed, and again the people of England invited Charles II, the king of who was in France, to come over here and rule England. So the period of from 1660 to 1700 in English history is called the Restoration Age in English literature. The age was not so proper, so good as the age of Shakespeare or the age of Milton. There was no reason. King Charles, as he was specially invited by the people of England to rule the country, did not look after the welfare of the country. He enjoyed the wealth of England, but he did not look after the welfare of the people during that time. But there were some great writings during the period of King Charles or the Restoration period. John Dryden was the most important writer of that era. And John Dryden wrote a famous satirical drama, Absalom and Achitophel. Absalom and Achitophel. Remember once again, Absalom and Achitophel. He wrote a famous drama, and it was very famous. He wrote some important poems. He depicted the problems of the people and quarrels among the royal class through his writings. And many other dramas, important dramas also were written during the period. And in your syllabus, you have William Congreve's The Way of the World. In your syllabus you are having, we are going to read that also in the time to come by. In 1770, the Age of Restoration came to an end. And after that, from 1700 to around 1755 or around 1760, the period was called the Augustan period in English literature, or the Age of Pope, because Alexander Pope was the important poet during that age. He was important writer during that age, and it was also called Neoclassical Age. It was called Augustan Age, it was called Age of Pope, and it was also called the Neoclassical Age. Why was it called Augustan Age? Because the writers of that age they wanted to copy or emulate the writings of Ovid, Horace, and Virgil, the great writers of the Roman Empire, who wrote their writings and brought knowledge to the people during the period of the great Roman Emperor Augustus. As the great writers Horace, Ovid, and Virgil wrote during the great period of Emperor Augustus, this age from 1700 to around 1760 in the English literature is called Augustan age, and it is also called Neoclassical age. Why? Because that age when Horace, Ovid, and Virgil wrote their writings was called the classical age, and now they want to go back to that age, so that age is called the Neoclassical age. Neo means new. They wanted to bring back the spirit of that classical age of the Roman kingdom. So this age is called the age of classicism or neoclassical age in the modern English literature. See, Alexander Pope was a very famous writer during that age. He was a very studious writer. He studied well, and he followed all the rules and regulations of the poetry strictly. He followed the rules of the classical age of the Augustan Emperor Augustus period. So he became very famous. He was so studious, and he tried to bring about the moral values into the history of English literature, which was lost during the Restoration period. And among this was also an age of rapid change in the society of England. Why? Because mercantilism developed during the era. Mercantilism means from England, many traders, many merchants went to other areas in the world, and they did business and they earned a lot. And with that money, England changed from a rural setup to an urban setup. See, there were many coffee houses developing and tea canteens developing in London. So all these famous writers, they used to sit there and they used to discuss politics, poetry, and various other aspects of the society. So so what happened? England London especially turned into a urban area during that time. So due to the discussions, most of the people got more time, and some writers who saw the advantage in people getting this leisure time, and they wanted to engage them in reading. So the advent of novel as a new form of English literature came into the forefront during this era. Jonathan Swift, Robinson, Daniel Defoe, all these people wrote many novels. Even Jane Austen, she was of the Romantic age, but the base for Jane Austen in the Jane Austen was laid in during the this Augustan age. As people went to various areas to find new things, this person Jonathan Swift collected stories from those people, and he wrote the famous Gulliver's Travels, and he found out many things, and he brought many things to the knowledge of the people of England during that age. So and another important thing during this Augustan age was the compilation of the English dictionary. Samuel Johnson was the one who compiled the English dictionary, and now we are having dictionaries with nearly 20 lakhs, 30 lakh words. But when Samuel Johnson first compiled English dictionary in 1755, there are only 40,000 words. He brought all the words and he compiled them in dictionary. So Samuel Johnson is the father of English dictionary. He was also the first prose writer. And another important aspect of the Augustan age was the development of essay. Richard Steele and Joseph Edison, both of them, it was also the era of newspapers. Newspapers came, and in those newspapers essays were being written. Joseph Edison and Richard Steele, they ran a periodical by the name of The Spectator, and people began to read newspapers, and essay also came to the fore as an important literary form during the Augustan age. So, Restoration age and Augustan age, both these ages are very important as they brought many new literary forms and they introduced many new forms, new ideas, new thoughts to the people of England. With the growing development of science, with the discovery of new areas, with people from England going to other places, many new things, new ideas, new thoughts came into the society, English society, and they also found their place in the English writings. So, Restoration age and Augustan age are very, very important phases in the history of English literature. We will study them in detail when you come to the class. And we are having in our syllabus, we have Alexander Pope's famous poem, The Rape of the Lock. The Rape of the Lock. What is a lock, you know? A lock is a hair. It was a hair that is tied with a rubber band. That is called a lock. It is a mocking story against two big families. They were quarreling with each other always. And Alexander Pope wrote that story in a mocking satirical way. So that is called mock epic. It's called a mock epic poem. He wrote it in a very satirical manner. He wrote that satire on the two big families in England who are quarreling with each other without considering the good manners that should be there in the higher level of the society. And as a novel, we are having Daniel Defoe's Robinson Crusoe and his adventures. As I told you, the feature of the age, how people used to go to various areas on ships and how they used to bring various things to the motherland, and also they used to go to other places and they used to occupy other areas. So the Adventures of Robinson Crusoe is written by Daniel Defoe, and you have that novel. And another important aspect you are having is comedy of manners, how you should behave in the society. Comedy of manners teaches that. And William Congreve's The Way of the World is a famous drama of the Restoration age. And you are having that Way of the World also. William Congreve is one of the famous dramatists of the Restoration age, and he popularized the literary form of comedy of manners. That is how we should behave, what are the manners people should follow in the society, and how we should deal with the other great people or other good people, and how we should deal with women. All these are the aspects that deal with the comedy of manners. And in the Way of the World, through Way of the World, his drama Way of the World, William Congreve tried to teach the Restoration society how to behave. So these are the topics which we are having in our third semester. I request you once again to write 25 lines on the age of Shakespeare and show it to me. And from today onwards, once in every 2 days, I will explain you the literary forms that are there in the third semester. That is satire, mock epic, heroic couplet, epistle, heroic tragedy, comedy of manners, gentle comedy, sentimental comedy, periodical essay. These are the literary forms we are having in the syllabus, and once in every 2 days I will explain one literary form. Thank you.